Hello and welcome to another 5 Minute Toot. Today's 5 Minute Toot is, well, I guess it's all kind of going along with spring cleaning because it's kind of that time of year, I suppose. And so what I'm going to do is kind of show you some spring cleaning tips for your digital self, because frankly, I think spring cleaning is far more easier digitally than in real life. You can even ask my wife on that one. So what I'm going to show you is a couple of things to kind of clean up your Google Chrome account. So the first thing I want to show you is your bookmarks. And maybe you are like me and you have a whole bunch of bookmarked websites. One thing that you'll notice that I have up here is I have actually put some folders for my bookmarks, because I was getting so many bookmarks that, as a matter of fact, this whole entire bar was completely full, and I had this little extra drop down arrow, which really kind of bothered me because they were all over the place. And so what I've been doing now is I've been kind of cleaning this up, this little bar up here, and putting them into these folders. Another way you can also clean this up is you notice that this bookmark here has a name on it, and you notice that the rest of these do not have. They just have the pictures. Well, you can kind of clean that up and save a little space by right-clicking on those, going into Edit, and then just deleting the name, leave the name blank, and when you hit save, all you'll get is just a little icon. And typically, if it's a website that you visit often, or it's a symbol that you recognize, you really don't need those words next to it, which is kind of a nice little thing. So that's one way you can do this. Now, you can also right-click on this bookmark bar anywhere where there's nothing else, and you can say Add Folder. And so you can name your folders whatever you want to. I'm going to name this one Cool Stuff, because I have a lot of these websites. You can see you just drag and drop them here that have they're like cool websites that I have found that I want to go check out later on. Haven't really got a chance to look at them, so I'm going to drop them in my cool stuff folder, and that's when, if I get an extra time or whatever, I can go and look at them then, which is kind of nice. So clean up your bookmarks. That's our first step. We can shorten these bookmarks up, create some folders, drop some stuff in there. Kind of a nice little handy tip right there. How much time do I have? About 2.5 minutes. Perfect. Next, let's take a look at our Google Drive. Maybe your Google Drive looks like my Google Drive, which is just ridiculously crowded with a bunch of stuff. And I mean, I have a bunch of stuff. Now, I've already put all of my Google documents, well, most of my Google documents in folders, which is kind of nice. The thing that I want to share with you, though, is how to kind of organize these folders, because then these folders obviously start looking, the same. So if you right-click on a folder, there's a couple of things you can do. First of all, if this is an important folder that you get to a lot, you can add a star to it. The nice thing is then when you go to starred, that folder will then pop up there, which is cool. Okay, so you can star your important Google document folders, which is kind of nice. I'm going to remove that star because that was not that important. But here's the cool thing. This is what I think is really neat, is you can actually color code these things. And so I know some of you, the color coding is something that, whatever, can be kind of nice, but you can pick any of these colors that you want to. So I can make, like I keep clicking on this thing. I can make like my fun Google Drive folders one color. I can make my important school ones another color. I can make like my super important documents that Rick Meyer has shared with me a really important color, like, I don't know, blue or something, and can kind of keep these a little bit more organized. So then visually you can just kind of look at that and kind of get a better idea of where things are at. Or maybe you just like to make things look pretty and neat, So those are a couple of little short, quick tips on how you can kind of clean up that Google Chrome account, and clean up your Google Drive folder, box there, because I have, just a bunch of stuff. You can see I have a whole bunch of stuff that's not even in folders yet. I don't even know where to put that stuff. That's definitely one of my areas that I'm going to be focusing on, and then hopefully getting the rest of these bookmarks put away as well, so we can all have a nice and neat, clean Google Drive and Google Chrome experience, which is kind of nice. So I think I'm about out of time here, which kept this one right about 5 minutes. Next week, I'll get another little 5 minute toot here on some other cool websites that I have found for you. So until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.